And now it's time for Hobo Reviews with Willie B.A. Hobo. Tonight's review, The Mask of Zorro. Oh my god, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life! Spoilers! There's this guy named Don Diego who is the original Zorro! And he stops Don Rafael in his last attempt to take over Mexico because the Spaniards are on the verge of defeat. But then Don Rafael discovers who Zorro is. It's Don Rafael, the original Zorro! And so the two get in a sword battle of epic proportions, though not as epic as a lightsaber duel, which results in the shooting and death, accidentally of course, of Espinosa, Diego's wife. Then Don Rafael takes all of Don Diego's possessions. Actually, he burns the mansion down and takes his daughter, Elaine, where she doesn't know that, well, because she's too young, she's a fucking baby, that Don Diego is her true father. Instead, she is told lies. Which kind of makes sense since he's a fucking baby. Anything can go into her fragile little mind. So 20 years pass and Don Diego is in prison for being Zorro and a traitor to the country. Even though he really wasn't much of a traitor. Here we see Alejandro and his brother doing all kinds of bad deeds with some metal-fingered person. They get caught by Capitan Love. That's at least how Alejandro pronounces his name. And so they go off on the run. But then Capitan Love shoots Alejandro's brother. Doesn't kill him, but shoots him to the point where he's now down and helpless. So what does Alejandro's brother do? He kills himself. And then Capitan Love decapitates his head. Or should I say, decapitates his head. Leaving the necklace that Alejandro takes as he goes drinking off in sorrow. Because he's in no condition to fight Capitan Love. Until he runs into Don Diego, who at this point has broken free from prison. He is trying to get his daughter back. And so, what does he do? He teaches Alejandro to be Zorro, so that way he can avenge his brother's death. Which, I don't know what that has to do with getting his daughter back. But in any case, the new Zorro, as Alejandro, goes after Capitan Love and Rafael, and at the time being spoil their plans. And they go off on an epic sword battle. Seriously, he uses 2 swords, one for each attacker, so that way he can flank them off. And so he goes off, only to run into Elaine. And he gets into a sexy sword fight with her. No, seriously, here's how it goes. We cut to Elaine. Her dress falls down and she's completely naked, except you don't see the boobies because they covered it with her hair. What a big disappointment because she's sexy. So then Zorro runs off, only to have one more battle with Capitan Love, and he finally gets his revenge. So too does Don Diego as he gets Don Rafael. And so Rafael and Capitan Love meet their fate. They both die, falling with gold, crushing their bodies, I guess. Sad news is, Diego ends up dying from the wounds that he suffered in his fight. So, we cycle all the way back through to the beginning, only this time it's with Elaine and Alejandro. By the way, Elaine knows the truth at this point. And that pretty much sets up the sequel, which was not as good as the original, but still decent. But I still recommend the original more, because the original was way, way, way better. This is Willie B.A. Hobo saying, charge! You got charge! Oh, come on, help a guy, will ya? Come on, charge! Come on! I'll give you sword lessons so that you too can be like Zorro. Hell, you can be the next Zorro!